And good evening, fellow interlopers. I've learnt that that's what we're called. Welcome to the Thursday evening stream, the 8 p.m. stream, where I get to play the ongoing amazingness that is No Man's Sky. Why didn't I do this earlier? I must admit, I did have a sneaky play in between streams, which I know is very dodge. Okay. It's because you might have missed out on the small bit. I haven't gone that far, to be honest. I was just I couldn't resist it, actually. I thought, I've just got to try this. I've just got to try something. All right. I just want to try this. I just want to try that, which was an excellent idea. To be honest, it's a really good sign that the game has basically hooked me already after just 2 hours of playing. Because I thought, I could just do that and I could just do this. So anyway, so here I am on my paradise planet. Now, I've learnt quite a bit, and thank you very much to all of the No Man's Sky fans who've actually chipped in already on my Twitter and on YouTube, giving me all sorts of tips and useful advice. And kind of welcome to the No Man's Sky community, because I'm a nobody in No Man's Sky, it's been really interesting actually to see a few people kind of pop along, people I've not encountered before. So anyway, thank you and welcome to you. If you're watching the stream, it's great to have you on board as well. So I'm having a great time. But I have learned a few bits and pieces as well. So lots of top tips being given to me and all sorts of bits and pieces like that. Now apparently. Look, here comes the sunrise. Look at that! Isn't that perfect? Ta-da! See, this is why I like this. I know it's not realistic, but it kind of doesn't matter because it's just really, really nice. Every time you do something in this game, you just go, "Wow! Isn't it pretty? Look at the pretty thing." And look, the sun's coming up. We'll see the sunrise, I think, in a moment. Where is the sun? Yeah, there. Look, the sun's coming up from behind the hills. I mean, isn't that cool? So sunrise on. What do I call this? I think I call this planet Reclamation. So there we go, sunrise on Reclamation. It's good. And look, you get lens flare and all sorts of stuff is going on. It's just really pretty. It's really, really nice. There you go. And I'm not doing it though. I'm just literally standing on this hillside, looking at the sunrise. So there we go. Apparently I'm a nobody on ED as well. You're probably right. Let's not go there, shall we? I'm a no man's guy. That's exactly what I am. I know very, very little about this game. I remember it coming out. I did buy it a few years ago, but I never really played it at all. Now I'm getting into it. Look, the sun's coming up. Anyway, I need to get on before we waste the day. So anyway, thank you. Thank you everybody for joining in and coming to watch. So and thank you for all the No Man's Sky players who kind of have pitched in and said hello in the last week. It's been really, really nice. So very friendly community, which is always a good thing. And good stuff. Anyway, so what have I been up to? So at the end of last week's session, I made myself a hut. Which wasn't all that impressive, but it did work. Now I've gone a bit further. I figured some stuff out on my own. Let me go and show. I'm actually quite proud of myself. Now this is going to be very, very pathetic. A few people sent me some links to the sort of things that you can ultimately build in No Man's Sky, and they're really, really good. I'm nowhere near there, so expectations appropriately tempered. But look, I'm actually slightly proud. It's quite pathetic, really, but here we go. Right, let me turn around. So my base is over there. I parked my ship here. I need to do something about where to park the ship because I haven't got a good parking space. But I thought to myself, hang on, this planet's really cool. That there's a couple of moons over there. There's obviously the sunrise and there's some pointy mountains. Now we've got to go up there at some point and just sort of enjoy the view. But I haven't been up there yet. But I thought the hut I placed wasn't in the ideal location. I thought this planet's got some rings. Why don't I put the hut somewhere where there's some rings? I can see the rings. So what I did is I went over the other side of the mountain, as you do. And let's walk up here so you kind of get the effect. And I built myself a hut, and then I got a bit enthusiastic. And I built myself a big shack. So I've actually got like a three-pronged thing and a flag. Look at my flag. Check out my flag. It's just absurdly pleased by how much I managed to do. So I've got a little summer house, basically. Okay, so with a little veranda. I mean, it's. I know. I'm like 50 years old, and I should be much 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 less childishness. But there's just a fantastic sense of place that comes with being able to build your own house. So I've got a little veranda. Here. Come inside. I've got a I don't quite know how this works because this is made of wood, and yet somehow it has a force field. I didn't quite understand that. But anyway, you can go inside here and look. There's some space at the back, and I figured out on my own. You should be proud of me. I figured out how to make some windows. Look, so. They're not particularly high quality glass. As you can see, there's a sort of slightly wobbly effect, and they need a good clean and polish. But there we go. But the key thing is, look, I've got windows all round. But the key is, look, as I step out of my front door onto my veranda, let's check out my view. There we go. Look at that. There we go. I've got rings in the sky. I've got a nice valley. I've got some mountains. I've got some flappy things. I'm going to rename them at some point. Okay. I've got a couple of planets over there. It's awesome. No, I haven't built much else in terms of the house, but I will build more. I did get sidetracked because it prompted me to put some lights in. That was the only thing I could make, and then the lights didn't work, and I figured out then you need to have electricity for the lights to work. So I've got some lights, but you can't switch them on at the moment. I haven't got any power, but I'm working on that. So down the end here. Now, if I take you up here, past my flag. Pretty happy with my flag. I do want, and I don't know if this is possible, but I do want to make a bar, okay? Because reasons, okay? And then once I've got a bar, then you can all come round, okay? We'll do a multiplayer thing. Now, lights do need power. Now, one thing I couldn't quite figure out, the wiring here is a bit weird. It seems to. I kind of thought it was maybe somebody who knows No Man's Sky can tell me. I thought it was going to be sort of an aid to me wiring things up, and then it would sort of disappear. But it seems to stay kind of, and it seems very low tech, and they look like red lasers. So I don't quite understand whether I did something wrong with the wiring, whether I got to redo that. But anyway, the game was prompting me to do some stuff, so I did. And basically, look, I've got some bits and pieces over here, and I'm not. This happened as well. This plant seems to have grown overnight, okay, and it seems to have subsumed my base computer. Is that a thing? Do I actually need to get rid of? I think some of these trees are growing. They weren't here the other day, which is a bit weird. My base computer seems to be swallowed up inside a tree. That's a very fast growing tree. The bar will only work if you can sell graphene. You have to unlock a wire hiding thingy. Okay, so this tree here. I think I may need to cut this tree down. But I've got a construction research unit that's allowed me to make new things. I've got my refiner, which we did play around last week. But down here, it asked me to make a portal thingy. And I'm not quite sure what that's for. And then I've got here a biofuel reactor, which does power things, but I have to go and mine quite a lot of carbon in order to make it work. It only runs for a couple of minutes, so there's clearly more about the whole power situation I need to figure out. So I'm gonna cut this tree down because it's in the wrong place. I don't know where this tree came from. So it's a big tree to have grown kind of like overnight. Anyway, so there we go. Now I've freed up my base computer again. I'm going to leave that one. So, do you have to occasionally sort of tidy up around your base? Is that one of the things that you have to do because stuff actually grows? I kind of assumed the kind of landscape would be quite static, but it seems that things grow, which is again quite cool. Now I've probably got enough carbon. Now check this out. I'm going to power up my little base thing, and apparently you can get solar panels and all sorts of stuff for these. So. Check this out. Anyway, I've got some carbon. So you go to the biofuel reactor, and I put some carbon in it. There we go. And now that will run for 4 minutes, okay, which isn't very long. But look, my portal-y thing is lit up. Now I haven't gone through there because I don't trust blue shiny portals. I don't know where it goes. Where does it go? I mean, how do I know? Yeah, I've got to mow the lawn, even in space science fiction. But check this out. Before I go and play with that, look. I can go back down here. Look, my lights work. I'm just absurdly happy that I've got some light. Not that I need it this time of day, as you can see. But now, so anyway, so the game was prompting me to learn how to do a little bit of electrical wiring and make a portally thing. But now it seems to be telling me to go to the space station, which somebody mentioned it would. So I think I need to go and do that to kind of follow. A lot of people have been suggesting that I follow the tutorial, which is effectively this kind of first mission. It doesn't go anywhere, so I'm going to leave it, and it's going to conk out in a minute anyway because it will run out of carbon. So I'm assuming to investigate the space station, which seems to be up in space. It's actually visual range over there. Look, it's over there, in the sky. I need to go there in my spaceship, I think. Is that right? Yeah, I mean, never trust a portal-y thing. I mean, very in any science fiction novel I've ever read, they're incredibly dangerous things, and bad stuff happens to you if you go through a portal. So, better to use solar panels to charge. Yeah, so I haven't got any batteries. I haven't got any solar panels. They seem to be things that I have to unlock by playing the game. So I'm going to go to the ship. Let's go back into space because I've been. I mean, I just have to say, I do like my view, okay, and my flag. I'm absurdly pleased with my flag and my view, and I can see myself. Well, I can see. You see, the interesting thing here is, comparing it, to certain other space games we can mention. Obviously, that's very much focused on, at least historically, your spaceship. Whereas I haven't really been focused on my spaceship at all in this game. It's much more about being on the surface of the planet, and having to find things and keep things running and so on and so forth. So I am looking forward to having a fly around the spaceship a lot, but being able to put together a little house. And then, I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, I could build out here, and I could make a little pathway down there. I'm kind of got into this whole kind of home improvement mindset, which is not quite what I was expecting to be doing with this game. Anyway, so I'm very happy with it, and I had to learn how to make glass, which wasn't all that intuitive, I have to say. It took me a while to figure out that I needed to find some silicate. But the game did guide me through digging up some artifacts underground and all sorts of stuff. So that was quite cool. And then occasionally the sky goes dark, and I'm assuming that's a cloud or something. Look, there's the sun. You can almost see shadows and things going across the ground. So it's a lovely environment. It really is. But being able to say this place is home, that's very, very cool. Base building gets a thumbs up from me. Anyway, right, let's get to this spaceship. What I'd like to do is maybe do a bit of terraforming around here and make myself a landing pad, because I've got a little bit of a hike to my spaceship at the moment. Anyway, so I've just realised I've been jabbering away and totally ignoring the chat. Anyway, thank you for all the follows. Anybody who's following who hasn't followed before, that's really, really cool. Dr. Quest MD, I was thinking the exact same thing. The most enthusiasm I've seen from someone playing a game. It's just genuinely fun because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to expect. And I'm kind of all full of kind of like, yay, that's cool because I haven't seen it before. Which is a good thing. Right, let's hop in the ship. Now, have I done the launch thruster thing? Yes, I did. I remember refueling the launch thruster. Okay, so I'm just going to fly around a moment. Does my base sharp from the air? So is it persistent? It is. Look, I can. I think that's very cool. Sorry. There's my happy place. Right. Let's get to this space station, which is back over there. So, can I find? By the way, how do I find my way back to the base? Does it show up on the scanner? I'm jealous you found a blue sky grid. Yeah, so I must admit, I know there's some space stuff to travel around, but I kind of don't want to leave this planet behind because it's really, really nice. The only thing it doesn't seem to have, at least I haven't found on the surface yet, is any kind of lakes. Whereas I have got another planet in the same system called, which we've decided to call Raxler for reasons that won't be explained for a while. Because we found it. Yeah, that's it. It's game over. Okay, so that is literally the only time the game gives a little jolt is leaving the atmosphere, which I assume it's loading something. So I've got, and I've been told this is extraordinarily lucky that I got 2 paradise planets in one system from the start. So either the game has gone, someone's streaming me. I'm going to be really, really, really nice. Oh, hang on, I've got to pulse something, haven't I? There we are. Pulse drive. Now this will screw up the stream, so I'm apologies for this. It doesn't. There's no bit rate that can go. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, this should be okay because I'm now recording direct to my hard disk rather than using the stream output. So fingers crossed this looks okay on the YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, hello, this will look great. If you're currently watching now on Twitch, this will look ghastly, and I will have gone all 8-bit. Anyway, I am approaching the space station. According to this, it seems to be the autopilot on this seems to be really smart. You just sort of point it at the thing that you want to go to, and it kind of figures out where you're going. It's cutting it a little bit. Woo, bit fine. There we go. Past that planet, and there's the space station. Right. So hopefully the stream has recovered. And it's lucky or not, though, you may not want to travel further from there. I wasn't going to for now, but I'm kind of wanting to follow this Awakenings thread, which I'm kind of assuming is sort of the tutorial. So anyway, here's the space station. Now the space stations don't rotate, but they do auto dock. Oh, yeah, that's just automatic. You sort of fly into this glowing thing, and then there you are. Right. So I haven't really looked around a space station yet. So this is the first time to have a good look around. I did pop into one last week briefly. It says explore the space station, find life forms to ask about the mysterious signal. So there was sort of some mysterious signal. Somebody, and this is we'll touch on the lore of No Man's Sky in a bit, but the game basically seems to have implied. Look at the reflections in the floor. Those are really nice. I've noticed those before. Yeah, those reflecting the lights and stuff. Sorry. I get distracted very easily, but there we go. Okay, so remember the first 3 NPCs won't talk to you ever again. Okay, so it just says find life form. So where do I go? There's some stairs there. So about the lore, basically the story so far as I can work out, and I've deliberately not read anything about what's going on because I kind of want to experience it myself. Is that I seem to be some sort of entity, and whether or not I've lost my memory, or whether I am some sort of new instance of something, isn't entirely clear yet. But I seem to know what to do, kind of. My ship responds to me. My ship seems to know who I am. I have no memory of her before. That was one of the first things I got told. Ship coming in. Oh, that's a different looking ship. Very odd looking ship. Quite what my purpose isn't clear, but I've been encouraged by the things I found to learn a few skills, and then and various things have been left around for me to kind of help out, as if I've been there before or somebody's kind of slightly ahead of me. So I haven't figured out in my head what's going on, but that's my best guess so far. So we can. Oh, hello, journey milestone accomplished. So look, there's all sorts of ships landing. They are quite different. They're all quite small. That one's quite wacky. I like that one. Quite a lot of ship designs, and there's a lot of some serious acceleration where that goes. Your purpose is to blaze your own trail, says Blade. Is that? I've heard that before somewhere. Where's that from? Oh, hang on, look, there's another one of those portals. That looks very similar to the one I built down on That's it. Well, it is identical, isn't it? So anyway, I'm supposed to be doing what Awakening said. So explore the space station, find life forms to ask about the mysterious. Okay, so there's some folks wandering about. So that he's humanoid. Pure entity weak. Okay, let's just have a look around, see what sort of people there are about. Because there's obviously I encountered a race called the Vakeen last week. Cartographer, okay. There's obviously quite a few different. Actually, no, all these guys all seem to be the same race. A guard, yeah, they're all the same kind of. They all seem fairly friendly, which is kind of good. This guy's not though. He's a different. So there's multiple races in No Man's Sky. That's a Korvax. Korvax are the truest bros. Okay. This guy's sitting down looking a bit depressed. That's a hole in the ground. Don't know what that's for. Some more guys there. Okay, there's a short guy there. Very strange looking alien. Tolgek Nidgang. They're quite. Oh, little holograms. Nice. Okay, so that's a bunch of people who. Yeah, there's kind of little shops there, which I suppose I'm going to have to investigate and learn about. It's quite a big space, actually, isn't it? In here, there's a lot of space to walk around in. Okay, there's this. This is the. You say the Korvax. Korvax are the truest bros. So maybe he'll be a good one to talk to. Okay, so he's enjoying sitting in the seat. They move around in a nice way, don't they? They're nice and fluid. They don't look quite so artificial. I mean, no, they are artificial. They're alien life forms. Okay, so where does? But it's quite fluid. So that's that side of the space station. Okay, where else can I go? I walked up and down this bit. Doesn't seem to be any. So stairs on the other side. And there's that thing there, which is the station core. Flight path and landing overseer. What did that do? Life support system stable. Commercial monitoring is online. Flight path input override code. I don't know what that's doing, so I won't fiddle about with it. Don't fiddle about with things as that you don't know what they do. The helmet dudes are Korvax. Okay, looks can be deceiving with the Gek. Nice ship spawns in this system. Yeah, Korvax is sort of Vulcans, Vakeen is Klingons, Gek equals the Ferengi. Okay, so there's some sort of at least 3 different races. Each race has favourites as well. Okay, so interesting. Okay, and I don't seem to be any one of these races. So one thing I noticed when the game started, I've switched it off at the moment, but there is a where is it? Let me just switch into this mode. Where is it? This one. Toggle camera view. So this is me. I've just swapped into a third-person camera mode for a moment, and I'm sort of a suited humanoid. I don't seem to be any of those races. So who am I? I'm somebody else. I don't know quite what I am. I'm a faceless at the moment. I'm a faceless individual. I prefer the third-person view. Must admit, I don't, at least not at the moment. So I'm going to go back to that, if that's all right with you guys, because I like to be in my head, if that makes sense. You are known as the anomaly or a traveller. I haven't been called a traveller yet, but I did. Well, actually, no, I have. You're right. I'm a traveller. So this seems to be now. These guys, are these the Vakeen? These guys. So he's a scrap dealer. Kind of makes sense. Okay. What does he do? Technology merchant. So this is kind of like a exchange marketplace, isn't it? Technology merchant kind of makes sense. Okay, so I can presumably come and trade. Oh, he's got a car. I want one of those. What's that? Like a little wheeled buggy. Can I buy one of them? I want one of them. I want that looks awesome. What is it? It's like a little hot rod buggy thing. That's an exocraft. That's one of the SR. Oh, he's an SRV dealer. Oh yeah, he's a little. How do I get one of them? Oh, I mustn't get distracted. Sorry, right. I've got to get a buggy. I've got to get a buggy. Don't talk to him. Right, no, I won't talk to him. Okay, right. Okay, so here's somebody selling exosuit upgrade. Okay, so you can upgrade things. That kind of makes sense. What does this one? Appearance modifier. What does that do? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So anomaly. I can I can actually be an alien. Awesome. Body shape. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's sort of hollow meat. I'm a bit more like that one there, I think. That one looks a bit fat. Hopefully it doesn't look too fat. I can change the colour. Okay, so let's go for green because let's go for dark green. That's the head. Sorry, this is probably really boring to some of you. Sorry. Let's go for green. Gloves. Oh, you can do everything. Legs. I like green, as you probably worked out. I can have a green suit. Backpack. Yeah, let's have a black backpack. Just because. And a banner. Where's my banner? Oh, up there. Awesome. Okay, so I can't change my face, but I can. Helmet type. Okay, one. Oh, I see. Ooh, I can make myself robotic. So I can't be an actual person, but I look more like a. I don't know. I quite like that one actually. It makes me look slightly robotic. Anyway, I don't suppose it matters, but right. Okay, so yes, I'll modify my appearance. Okay, so I remember that. And this one I did remember looking at. So this one allows me to do stuff to my ship, which will be quite interesting as well. So I'll have a play around with that. Right. So can you sit on the chairs? By the way, is there a way to sit down on these chairs? Oh, I can. Look. I can actually interact with the environment. I can just sit on it, and the camera just allows me to enjoy the view. How awesome is that? That is really nice. That's just immersive. Really, really good. I like that. That's I don't know why that's so cool. It just feels right. You can stand on the chairs, and how do I? Oh, you just click something and off you go. I like that. That's a really nice touch. Really nice touch. Right, let's go and find that dude who was wandering around the other side. Let's hope he's still there. There's lots of ships coming in here, isn't there? Okay, let's. Feels like a nice busy spaceport, which is kind of what you'd want from a sci-fi universe. You could just sit somewhere and watch the spaceships. Now, I couldn't find with my my little hut that I built. There didn't seem to be an option to make any chairs. Can I get some chairs for my hut? Tell me in the chat. Is that an option? Can I get? Yeah. Can you buy drinks at the? I haven't seen a bar. Is there a bar? There should be a bar, shouldn't there? You can unlock. There's chairs. So I can literally put a bench on my veranda, can I? And then sit there and just watch the view. I like this game. It's little touches like that, which is just really nice. Now, where is that dude? He was sitting. That guy's still there. He was sitting here. He seems to have walked up. Oh, there he is. Right, I'm going to chat to him. He's got an iPad. Entity Shy War. Okay, I don't understand his language at the moment. Despite the unfamiliar words, there's something about this alien man that implies we have met before. Perhaps they know the one who came before me. Okay, so there's somebody before me. There's definitely somebody before me. I've definitely got that impression. Okay, so ask about other travellers. The life form pauses. Ooh. Before turning away. They either did not hear me or choosing to ignore my question. Okay, so he didn't help. Almost implies it's sort of forbidden knowledge or something. Crimson's Room's gifted the tier 1 sub to lots of other people. Oh, thank you very much, guys. I must admit, despite, I don't know, this may sound a bit strange, despite being a Twitch partner, which I've sort of stumbled into in the last few months, I don't really understand a lot of this subscription stuff, but I understand that somebody's done some nice stuff, so thank you very much. I think I'm, to use a quote from Red Dwarf, I'm a bit too old to understand what everyone's trying to transmit. But thank you very much for the follows and the subscriptions and the streams and all sorts of other stuff. I really do wish I could understand it better, but never mind. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's good. Right, now, so I talked to one person, and apologies for those of you who are following me on the stream, and it doesn't flash up one. I mean, most streams have these things that go ping ping, and I have no idea how to do that. Okay, somebody somewhere could probably earn some money by helping me out as a Twitch consultant and telling me how to do all the fancy stuff, because I have no clue. I've managed to get the webcam work, I've managed to get the green screen working, the game in the window on the screen as you can see, and the chat window, and that's as far as I've got in about 3 years. Ah dear, there we go. Right, so I'd recommend getting into the habit of requesting help with dialect from every NPC. Okay, so I didn't see that option though. Is that an option? So let's talk to this little guy, because he kind of looks cute. I'm assuming he's a he. That's a big assumption, isn't it? Especially when it's that alien race. Right. Okay. What does this guy have to say? Okay. So I can't understand anything at the moment. They are clearly waiting for something. Perhaps they know. Okay. So I only have the option to ask about other travellers. And he emits a dramatic squeak, though I don't recognise the words. The shake of the head. They don't want to talk to me about who I am and what I do, or what I am. So, which is slightly disturbing, actually. I'm trying to figure out who I am, and nobody will tell me. So let's try this fierce dude. Okay, so I still can't understand any of them at all. I haven't learned. Okay, it doesn't seem aggressive. When I blink, I see the same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. Repeat 16. It's the only option I have. We are watching you, traveller, friend. Okay, find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks the words are not their own, a string of code is echoed back through me through the red glare, logged directly into my exosuit. Crimson light fades away and see the light form glaring at me. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have witnessed it. So something. Perhaps my base computer. So subtle hints are here again. Back to the base. Okay, so there's something really quite suspicious going on. Okay, so a new guide unlocked. Okay, so this is telling me what I can do with the space station. Every system has a space station serving its hub. Speaking to life from the station brings the chance to trade, learn words, or gain standing. Okay, so is it worth me learning some words while I'm here? Seems that it probably would be. Now I've presumably unlocked the reason I needed to speak. Your Gek servant told me you were coming into Low Prison. Honoured to meet one whose bloodlust exceeds even my own. We shall kill together for the glory of Herc and our ancestors. So have I been guilty of some mass genocide in the past? A great sentinel hunt begins. And the sentinels are weren't they those little flying things? I haven't seen one since, actually. The Viking is old, it's not their skin or appearance that suggests this. These beings are too unusual. It's the way they hold themselves, the way they speak. I mean, I'm already thinking, I've been in this game coming up for about 4 hours now. There is a lot of text. Now, this is not a criticism. Get Ryan promises to come to my homeworld and make use of my new weapons terminal. I haven't got a weapons terminal. I don't think I want that just yet. Well, interloper, let me know if you change your mind. I thirst for the hunt. Okay, so he thinks I'm bloodlusty. But according to the thing there, I've got to... When ready to leave, use the teleport terminus to return to your base. Okay, I can hire him. Okay, so I'm just thinking there's a lot of text in the game, and that's not a bad thing. But in 3 hours, I've read a lot of text. There's a lot of text in the game, all of which at the moment is very, very vague and confusing. So I can hire him. So hang on, if I go through this teleport terminus, but my base will have run out of power, won't it, by now? What happens to my spaceship if I go back to my base from here? Use the portal. Okay, well, alright then. I don't like portals, I don't trust portals. Okay. Eurydice base. I called it Eurydice base. That's my base. Why is it? I don't know why it's got 2 entries, but warp to Eurydice's base. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this is what sort of teleporting me back to the planet, which is quite a nice shortcut, isn't it? The ship comes with me. Okay, the ship will spawn close to the base. Wow, okay, so I've literally come through. And so it works in one direction even though it's not powered. Oh, look, there's my ship. It's come with me. Okay, so that's very convenient. Okay, there is my ship. Look, my ship came with me. And here's I'm back at my base. And my lovely wooden... Look, this tree's grown in the interim as well. Where's that come from? I'm going to cut this tree down too. Trees growing up. So that was good. Okay, so I can actually... So that space station I can see... Actually, I can't anymore. Gone. It was up in the sky over there, but it's disappeared now. I can get to by using the portal. Does it work in both directions? Presumably if I power it. So that was quite good. Okay, where's the ship? Whee! What a trip! Yeah, it was. It was very pretty. There are 4 languages in the game, and you can learn all 4. It's about 2,400 words. Okay, and get back to the station. You put a single carbon to power it and click the portal. Ah, okay. So that's quite cool. Oh, there's another planet up there. So that's where the sun is at the moment. Now this is the other thing I noticed. Look, the sun is casting shadows on the ground. So as the sun moves, which it does slowly move across the sky, you can see. Look, you can actually see on the ground the shadows moving. So again, you can sort of get this world. It kind of doesn't rotate, and it kind of does. The sun is moving in the sky, but the planet stays still, which is a bit weird. It's kind of like a halfway house. Okay, so anyway, let's follow the instructions. Let's go to the base computer, which is no longer inside a tree, and that needs to decrypt. Okay. How did the guys from Elite Week put it? Hello Games always chooses fun over realism. Now, yeah, this is a very good point. Now, I've always been a fan of realism. I like my flight simulators and stuff like that. But I have to say, the design of this game is very, very clever, because it's keeping me interested in the next bit. I've got a thing, and then there's a thing, and then there's that thing, and I've got to... Message follows. Right, the traveller finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Signal acquired. Life signs detected. You see, this is all intriguing stuff. Okay, it's giving me little mysteries, little things to solve, little problems that tax my very little brain. But then it's like there's a new thing to follow. Okay, so reach the signal, which is off-world. So I've got to go and... Possible distress signal arrive in 3 days. So it's like, distress signal, I've got to go and check it out, right? I've got to... It's it's giving me exciting things. It's not exactly hand holding, because I can choose to ignore it and just go for a walk over there. So I have that whole freedom of exploration thing. And like I said, I spent a couple of hours, very, very happy hours, I have to say, just making my little shack here, and ignoring what the game was telling me for a bit. And then I've got, I've got to go and do the thing at the space station. I'll leave that until I'm on the stream, and then we can go and explore what it's doing. And now I've gone a little bit further. I've done some stuff on the space station, and there's a distress call, which sounds like I really ought to go and check it out. So, I do love this view. It's really nice. I just need a lake. That's the only thing that's missing. Can I make a lake? Is that something that's possible? It is more video gaming. But now this thing about realism, okay, and this thing about gameplay is, now I will definitely admit there is some grind in this game. Okay, you can't get away from it. Every time there's a number of things in this spaceship. It's got at least 3 power supplies, which is kind of a bit. It's like there's a launch thruster, which seems to be the thing that just allows the spaceship to take off. That needs some fuel. Then there's also fuel to make it do pulse drives, which also is a fuel. And then there's also something else. I mean, there's the life support and all those sort of things. Okay, so, and you have to keep going getting stuff to refuel it, which is kind of a grind, but is kind of also realistic. Your ship requires some stuff to keep it working, which kind of makes sense. There is that sort of whole unlock this, go and get this, refine that, turn it into some other element, and go back and do it again. And that's, I can see maybe after a while that gets a bit samey, but it hasn't got samey for me yet. But at least it almost kind of makes sense. One of the things that I thought was quite impressive, okay, when I wanted to make the glass, I was like, okay, well, what's glass made of? How do I make glass? And the game basically said you've got to go and find some silicate powder. Okay, and it's like, okay, well, that's the sort of stuff you'd make glass out of. It kind of makes sense. There are some reasons behind it. It's not realistic, but it's this is sci-fi set in some wacky universe. I mean, it doesn't have to be that realistic. And for those of you, for other space games we could mention, claim to realism. I mean, really, no, it's not, because we've got hyperspace. Can't happen. Got lasers you can see in space. Can't happen. And don't get me started on all the engineering materials that you need to gather to do magic stuff to your weapons and your ships and your jump drives and everything. Okay, so I don't get this. One game is more realistic than the other. They're all completely made up. And this game has a very different feel. It's less about the spaceships, obviously, than it is about looking around and enjoying things. And there's a story in this game which is which is here. So they are different. But this one is much, much, much better at holding your hand in the early part of the game, okay, and allowing you to learn a series of skills. I feel like I've learned a lot of skills already in this game. I've got a handle on some basics, okay. Faster than light travel and telepresence. I mean, it's all junk. It's just made up science fiction magic, okay. Yes, I do appreciate certain other space games' attention to detail on things like planets and stuff, but sometimes it's just way too much. It's like you don't need that much detail because other parts of the experience don't match up to that realism. So your vision for realism is both a good thing and a bad thing, because if you do it in one part of the game, then you're almost duty bound to do it in another part of the game, and that doesn't happen. Whereas in this game, it's made up. Okay, it's science fiction, fantasy, space opera stuff, but it's almost more consistent with itself. It's set itself a vision of being a sort of 50s, 60s, 70s sci-fi experience, maybe with a bit of Star Trek thrown in. And yes, it's got that survival element as well, but and you've got these amazing screenshots that you can take. So I need the pulse thing again, don't I? So they're not directly comparable, but this game is. Oh, now I've just run out of fuel. So there we go. Okay, so I've got to presumably. I'm hoping. New entry guide unlocked. Flying the starship. Okay, well that would be the useful thing to read actually, probably before I read the starship. Okay, secondary missions. I haven't got a secondary mission. Guide. Flying the starship. Getting around. Flying the starship. There we go. Okay, so pulse engine. Oh, there's pirates. Pulse engine requires tritium to charge. Find tritium by destroying asteroids in space. Okay, so that's kind of truly convenient. I've run out of fuel in an asteroid belt. So presumably I just shoot and tritium. Nice. So no, it's not realistic. I completely get that. But it's a fantastical sci-fi universe set somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know if there is a time period. There's no pretension to reality here. Whereas other games do have a pretension to reality, but then fall short on implementation of that reality. So what's better? Is it better to not have, not to be a slave to realism and just make up your own rules? Because at the end of the day, what do you want to do in a space game? You want some pew pew, I'm sure, presumably, I'll encounter some starships at some point. It's hopefully enough to. Well, I got some silver out of that one. And no, there isn't a realistic galaxy. I know that. But to be honest, my sense of, dare I say the word immersion, and my sense of being here in some sort of weird space environment is very strong. I feel like I'm in a spaceship doing some spaceshipy stuff, and I've found a planet and I've built a base. I'm here, and there's loads of stuff going on that I don't know. I don't know what's going on, which is exciting. There's stuff to learn. Right. So how do I refuel my ship? Pulse engine, tritium. See, this user interface is actually, again, really quite nice. Okay. And the other thing that I will give this game absolute positive marks for is no faffing about with distances. Okay. Now I do appreciate that space is big. Okay, but this game doesn't waste any of my time. It's a far better game to stream, other than this pulse drive thing. It totally screws up the video. Because more stuff happens more quickly. I'm not. There's not a case of you sitting in a ship for 20 minutes while nothing happens at all. And the longest period of time between going somewhere and something else happening is less than a minute maximum. Okay, and that is a good design of game. There's. I don't think I've been to this planet before. What's that down there? See, everywhere you go, look, is that a crashed spaceship? Everywhere you go, there's. I'm gonna have to. See, the game is teasing you. It's like go and check this thing out. But over there's another thing. Okay. Possible distress signal. Well, that must be. Surely that's the distress beacon. This crashed spaceship. I'm gonna land there. It's automatically taking me down there anyway. So it's just more fun to play. All right, it's just more fun to play because stuff happens. I can, if I, what I've been doing historically is if I've only got like half an hour to play something, I'll go and fire up something like World of Warships because I know I can have a couple of battles in half an hour and have a bit of fun. Watch for radiation here. Okay, this is the planet I started on, isn't it? This wasn't a very nice place. So this is a wreckage of a thing. But I can do that in No Man's Sky as well. If I've got half an hour, there is stuff I can do in this game already. Even if it is just like tweaking the edges of my base. And I can make use of half an hour's worth of gameplay time, which is very important for people in my position who don't have vast amounts of time. What am I supposed to do with this thing? Encoded signal received. Reach the signal. Is this the signal there? There doesn't seem to be any way. Oh, hang on, there it was. MS Invincible. Wings of the Anomaly. Logs damage. Partial records available. Signals led me to the wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Well, these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits, long forgotten ruin. Pilot's log is here. Sequence of numbers followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars take flight. Okay, so this is still kind of the tutorial, isn't it? So this is hyperdrive. Okay, so the game is encouraging. This is I like this. This is good game design. It's like, just bring me on with a little bit of story. Teach me a new skill. Bring me on with a little bit of story. Teach me a new skill. This is really good. This is really good. Why didn't I play this game before? This hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. Okay, so I've got a mysterious benefactor. And I'm going to have to craft some stuff to make the hyperdrive work. Surprise, surprise. Okay. Okay, so that's install hyperdrive. Installing a hyperdrive will allow in the starship will allow long distance interstellar travel. Okay, so it's basically wanting me to go and do that. I've got to purchase some microprocessors and find some chromatic metal. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I can do that. So, is there stuff? Is there stuff here to salvage in this massive wreck of a ship? Okay, I just need to be a bit careful. Have I got any? It was sodium, wasn't it, for doing? I've got loads. I've got a bit of sodium, so I can recharge my thing. Okay, so that's my spaceship's landed there. Is there stuffs to has? Okay, each crash freighter does have a bunch of cargo pods I can loot. Okay, now it's gone dark, which is annoying. Okay, so where were the cargo? Will the scanner show me the cargo pods? Okay, there's a plant. There's some sodium over there. What about the scanner thing? Does that show me anything? Copper deposit. Buried technology module. There's all sorts of weird stuff about. Cargo pod. Is that what I'm looking for? You use the scanner. Cargo is underground. Okay. So there's cargo pods inside the freighter. Okay, so the body, the wrecked body of this freighter, which still seems to have some emergency lighting operating. Okay, so this is really quite spooky. Okay, so where's the cargo pod? There's one over there. That's the closest one down. Underground? Is that in another level? How do I get down there? Steel reinforced. T for flashlight. Good. That's not working. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Flashlight was an option in one of these things. There it is. Doesn't seem to be working. Oh, it kind of is, but it's just it's still really dark. You will dig underground to reach the cargo. Okay, so where is it? Down there. Destination reached. Okay, so I need to shoot through the floor. Ah, cool. Okay, so I'll drop down there. Where's the cargo pod? Phosphorus. Let's just try that again. So I saw it from up here. There it is. Okay, it's kind of there. Okay, I've got to be careful. Right, so maybe I switch to the terrain manipulator and shoot through the ground? Oh, it's like buried in the ground. So press E. Oh, there we go. Cargo pod. Okay. This is quite clever. Right. I need some. It's critically damaged. So do I want to do this? Right. Because it's going to use some sodium. Okay, so that's fixed. Starship launch fuel. Okay, that's what was found in. Okay, that radiation protection. That's not good. I think I better get back to my ship. That's dropping down really rather fast. What was that? Let's just get on board the ship. Watch for radiation. Run away. Okay, better move. Yeah. So that was okay. So there's what places inside the freighter that have got highly radioactive crash ship radiation. Oh wow. Okay. You're radiated when you open cargo. Okay. Another thing. Oh, there's so much depth to this. This is really good. Okay, so to find the others then. So there's another cargo pod over there. So I need to be a bit more cautious about the radiation. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Looks like there's another one. It does feel like you. Switch to. So you can shoot through. Okay, so here's another. There's all sorts of some cargo supplies. Are these open up? No, can't interact with them. But this is another cargo pod, which requires more stuff. What's it going to give me this time? Some nanites. Okay, so run away. Okay, so that gives me some stuff. Charlie Cook, Drew, when using your scan device, you can hold E to tag items, which makes it... okay, that's quite nice. Thanks for that. So it's kind of booby-trapped, yeah. So, okay, so there's one more cargo pod over there. So let's try and do this. Actually, let's try this There's this tagging thing. So, hold E to tag, okay. So it just stays on the HUD. Nice. That's a nice feature too. How do I get in? Where is it? Okay, it's damage pattern. That's really nice. Look, the whole ship is destructible. So I can walk inside. Structure entered. Okay, so another cargo pod. That's presumably going to take that. That one? There, run away. Okay, so is that it? Were there any free stuff on the ground as well? Okay, so what free, stuff to have is always good. What's on the ground? There's a cargo pod. I think those are the ones I've already done, though, aren't they? Yeah, those are the ones I've already. I think. That's a buried cache. I don't know what buried cache is. So where's the... There's a total of 6 cargo pods. I've only found 3. So where would the other ones be? Cargo pod... I'm pretty sure those are the ones I've done. Phosphorus, those are outside the wreck. Don't seem to be any up there. Hang on, there's... No, that's a humming sack. Okay. Well, hang on. Are these ones that I haven't unlocked? In fact, they're still showing up on my HUD. Let's check that out, because that seems to imply there's one down there. Let's tag it. Okay. It's here, isn't it? Okay, so I've got to shoot the ground out again. It's just like digging up buried treasure. It's really clever. It's like buried underground. Okay. Past the hole there. Still not. Where's the actual? You have to get right under. It's blast along there. Where's the front of the pod? hard to work out. No, I've still not found the front of it. This one's really hard. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I really had to excavate that quite hard, didn't I? This stuff's all buried, which is very cool. Okay, so I've got enough stuff. So what's this one going to give me? More nanites, and then I've got to run away. Okay. So this is quite good. Right, I'm far enough away. Right, so okay, so as I deal with those pods, they disappear off my scanner, so it seems. So now I'm a bit disorientated. Where's my ship? Okay, it's over there. I'm just going to go back a bit to kind of, so I know where I know where I'm orientated. Right. Okay. Right, so there's one over there. Is that the only one left? Okay. Got to be a bit careful of. There seems to be one more over there, so I'm going to tag that one. That's E, isn't it? Is that E? Okay, yeah, that works. So how do I get in? Okay, down there. That seems to be on the other side of the wreck. Oh, it looks like it's buried out in the open. That may be easy to get to. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm sort of standing on top of it and zap. I love this terrain manipulator. It's so cool. The fact you can shoot out the ground and kind of excavate things, which is really nice. Actually, I'll carve myself a little channel here so I can get down there. There we go. It's such a nice feature being able to chomp the ground out like that. Okay, so I've got some credits and there's more radiation. So okay, the radiation is kind of clue to get out of there. Okay, so I think that's everything. That's everything that was showing up on the scanner. Oh, journey milestone accomplished. So I've done some walking. Space trucker. I know the terrain manipulator has several settings. No, I haven't. Well, I know it can dig holes and I know it can build things back again. What else can it do? Switch Alt. Oh, it's got a create mode. Oh, wait, look at it. So it can do underwater, rock, base, cave, flatten, restore, and mine. See, this is so clever, this stuff. Okay, let's just have a scout around. Buried cache. So that back bit of the spaceship looks like fun as well. Is there any value to me going up there? I could break down. Can I destroy the wreck? I didn't even try that. Can I destroy a bit of the wreck? That doesn't seem to do anything. Create, flatten. Ooh. Restore mine. Doesn't seem to affect the ship. No, you can't. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, which I kind of suppose kind of makes sense. It's designed for the terrain. Hence the name, the terrain manipulator. Wow, bit of deft skills there. I'm just intrigued by this top part of the ship. Can I get up there? Life support systems need to be a bit careful. I can walk up the side of the ship. I don't know if there's anything worth having up there. Sorry, I'm just curious. Just want to have a look around. Okay, so this is the sort of back end. These are the engines of the ship. It's just a big thing that seems to be quite on fire, doesn't it? So don't think there's anything to be gained by doing that. It's just a nice big crash site, isn't it? Okay, so my next quest obviously is to make a hyperdrive. Let's see. Oh, careful. Let's see if I can do that. Let's get back to the ship and take stock of what we've managed to achieve. Oh, now the sun comes up. Okay, so that is literally whatever happened to this ship. It was pretty badly smashed up. It's kind of just folded in the middle, hasn't it? So let's hop back into the ship. Impressive for a team of 15. I know, and this is what I don't get this. I mean, even these guys are just so No Man's Sky written by a very small development team. Okay, maybe they're not doing anything else other than this, but they've got to have a life, right? But it's just staggering what they've been able to achieve. And compare and contrast. There isn't a comparison really. Right. Either these guys are just hyper productive. Right, so I can install wrong button. Technology. I can install the hyperdrive, but presumably to make it work, I'm going to need some microprocessors and some chromatic metal, of which I've got 2, and I need 125. Okay, so chromatic metal is a processed metal created and refined from stellar materials, copper, cadmium. So I know how to do that. Okay, so but that's quite a lot of chromatic material I've got to make. Where do I get the microprocessors from, though? Assembled from processed chromatic metal. So I've got to get chromatic metal as well. Created from one of several specialised terrain materials. Okay, so basically, go and find some copper is basically what it's saying. Need to mine some copper. Right, you need to buy them. Oh, I can buy. LinkedIn gives a size of 11 to 50 members. Okay. Yeah, I did. I gained some experience about walking on the message. Yeah. They did this with 15 people, and Frontier couldn't do it. Well, I mean, Frontier. I mean, I'm not a software developer, right? So I don't know. I've been a project manager of software projects, so I know about agile and all development methodologies and all that kind of stuff. But I keep pressing E to launch, and that's not the right button. It's W. Okay. Oh, actually, look, I can buy microprocessors. It's telling me I need to buy something. I need to get a bit more fuel. Okay, so I can buy the microprocessors, but I've got to mine some things. Now, there was copper on that other planet, the Raxler planet, so let's go there. So it does get a bit grindy for CR. Okay, so I've got 87,000 out of 95. Where's the Raxler planet? Because that seemed to have quite a bit of copper on it. Let's get into space first. There's that small lag as it loads. So what's this planet? That's not the Raxler planet, is it? That's an unknown planet. I haven't even been there before. So that's got copper, gold, and sodium on it. Let's go there because A, it's close, and B, it's got copper, which is what we need. So I can purchase materials from the space stations. Game engine. I don't know what the game engine is. It's its own game engine. Okay. It's very impressive. There we go. Right. So this is a rather barren-looking place. There's the heat entry. Can we find some copper? Planet Otti 2. I have to say, I'm getting the hang of this mouse control. To be honest, this looks like a very desolate world. Oh, there's some stuff down there. Ooh, what's that? It's like oh wow, look at the wacky alien architecture stuff. Oh, it's full of spiky panel-y stuff. Ooh, I think I just hit one. That might be the first time I've damaged my spaceship. Low atmosphere detected. Okay. So this is kind of weird kaleidoscopic stuff on the ground. What's all this? This looks like it's been manufactured. And what's that thing there? So it's everywhere you go, there's something to distract you. And what is going on here? It's all moving in slow motion in a weird sort of, what is that? I don't know what to even think what that could be. And then there's is that like a mega portal? Some sort of huge portal? What's it? Oh, there's stuff to has. Let's have that. Okay, that was a health thing. This is rust. We can get rid of the rust. Learn how to do that. Oh, I found a microprocessor. Oh, is this game being nice to me or not? Yeah, that's. I mean, it's moving. What's? Yeah. I mean, am I supposed to do something with that? Unidentified. It just says unidentified material, so I don't think I can. It says gold, so it looks like it's made of something manufactured. I don't know. What am I? Scan it. Okay, good point. What is it? Inorganic object. It's lithingite, isn't it? It's an inorganic object. It's that says it's an unidentified plant. So it's a weird kind of. There's something moving around in there too. What was that? Whatever that is, that's a long way off. Okay, so there's movie things as well. It's all sorts of weird stuff. So these are some sort of a comet fragment. So there's just like everywhere you go, there's something. And look, that one's moving. That one really is moving. What's that? It's an anomalous animal. So there's just weird alien stuff going on. How weird is that? Okay, so that's just everything's unidentified. So easy to get distracted by this game because there's just things happening all the time. Weird floating stuff. But it's very sci-fi. I mean, it's very, like you say, 70s. Yeah, exactly. I would walk away really quickly. It's weird space stuff. You know, it's exactly what I want from a science fiction game. This is total Mr. Spock kind of territory. Now, is that going to interact with me, or is it just floating around? And what's this thing? Is it important? Am I supposed to do something to it? There's a red flashing light. Boundary failure. What does it mean? Use the tower. Well, press the button. What does it? Iteration. Which I think is a clue to it is. I'm an instance of something. Like I've been here before, but I don't know that I've been here before. A terminal blinks awaiting input. Download data. Subroutine Sentinel, that doesn't sound good. Dispatch to intervene. Removal from history. War. Continuation of creative protocols. Eradicate species. Do not return. Continues to express original program directives, growing its ability to model conflicts. So there's definitely some data loss, troubling, potential loss of control, self-awareness. I'm beginning to wonder if I am a rogue AI of some kind. and I'm not supposed to have become conscious or something like. I don't know what's going on. Don't touch anything that flashes red. That's usually good advice. The white tyre behind you. Is that this little thing here? What does this do then? Because there's a flag. Oh, save and sharp. Okay, so that allows me to save my position. Yeah, on the seat. Okay, so that's a restore point. There's a cave over there. Let's. Sorry, again, just getting distracted. Look at these caves. And I understand this is something called voxel technology, and I don't really know what that means. But what it... Oh, I haven't got any oxygen. I bet there isn't much about here, though. Is there any at all? Oh, there's some over there. Awesome. How far away is that? Not very far. Good. This is really quite weird. Surreal sort of landscape here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so go back in there. So it's mildly annoying that I have to keep recharging. But it's not really annoying. Okay, that's not very much oxygen, but I do want to just have a quick look in those caves since I'm here. This is such a wacky planet. Let's go have a quick look in the caves. Bearing in mind I've got to get back to my spaceship. Quick. So voxels are... I love how... Yeah, it does. This game has really got this... What the hell is going on? What are those things? I don't like look at them either. Look at that. New hazardous flora. Oh, it's made of oxygen. That's jolly handy. Not only can I shoot it, but I can use it. And look, there's glowy plants in the caves. So the fact that you can go into caves is just really... there's stuff on the roof and glowy lighty things. It does feel like a proper alien world. A cave marrow. Sounds like the sort of thing that might be valuable later on. Catch a few there. What else is in the cave? There's some of these floaty cube things. Oh, done that one. Okay. There's all sorts of weird sounds and things going on in the background. And the fact I can, with my terrain manipulator, I can shoot through the roof and go back to the surface if needs be. And I can. This is the other beautiful thing. I can scan virtually everything that's here. And get some info. I mean, I know it's all pseudo-sciencey stuff, but to be honest, I don't really care. It's science fiction, isn't it? The operative word being fiction. There really is a sense of... Is that those? Yeah. Oh, so they can actually be poisoned as well. They're resisting that. So there's all sorts of hazards which make exploration slightly dangerous. What's all this stuff in here? Subterranean bread. So there's always something there. The game is really good at giving you, I have no idea what those are for, things to kind of pique your interest, but B, feel like you've discovered something, or there's some significance to your actions all the time. Okay, so I've just come back out of the cave. So that's a fun little distraction. Now I've got to find my way back to my... Here's my spaceship. Oh, there it is over there. Okay, so I'm glad that radar has that tag thing. That is very useful. Okay, so the life support system's running. Okay, so I need to get back to the shit. Oops. There's plenty of dihydrogen stuff here if I do need to recharge my jump drive thingy. Let's get back to the spaceship now. I can recall my ship as well. Scanning will tell you what resources you get from it when you mine, so it's actually useful. Look for the green floaty boxes. Look, there's a shooting star there. Did you see that? It's little touches like that that really make you go, wow. I don't know what these things are for. Just odd. There's another one. There's little shooting stars. I'm just going to watch for a shooting star for a moment. Is there? Of course, if you watch for one, you won't see one. I'm sure that was a shooting star. Yeah, look, there's another one. That's cool as well. Anyway, stop getting distracted. Calling your ship does require launch thrusters as well. You don't have to run back to your ship, you can call it to you as long as you've got fuel. Okay, so W to take off. Right, launch thrusters only at 25%, so I need to bear that in mind. Right, so it's suggesting now I go back to what? That's the space station. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, so pulse drive. Sorry, stream will now disintegrate again. That is a really weird planet. I've never seen anything. Every planet I've been to has been very, very unique so far. The only thing I would say is they seem to be one sort of biome per planet. I don't know if I haven't seen like pole cap, icy pole caps or anything like that, or different things at different parts of the planet. So I don't know if that's a thing or not in No Man's Sky, or whether each planet is just planet of the weird alien stuff, if that makes sense. Which is actually a very common science fiction failure. Most planets in science fiction shows are single biomes, which of course doesn't really make sense. There aren't multiple biomes. Okay, so the planets are uniform. I kind of expected that. I suppose that's a bit of a shame. Maybe that's an enhancement they could do in the future. But okay, units required. I'm not quite there with the money, am I? But I got a microprocessor out of the thing. So I need 5 microprocessors, not just one. And loads of chromium, which we need to mine copper. We'll do the copper bit in a bit. So here's a thing. C-class ship. So that presumably is a pretty crappy spaceship, I'm assuming. You need 4 and you've got 1. And the planets are pretty uniform, but the variety of weird stuff so far has been quite impressive. Okay, so I need to buy some microprocessors. Let's have a look here. I'm assuming it's one of these sort of shop places. Don't land on me. One of these sort of shop places up here that I need to go to. This engine, if engine is the right word, because I don't know much about the sort of software development. I mean, I know a bit about Unity, and I know a little bit about, what's the other one? Unreal Engine, things like that. I know those are engines. Now, is No Man's Sky written on an engine of their Hello Games building? I don't really know. I mean, but it's very impressive because it's doing the whole, to quote Mr. Braben, millimeter down to scale. I feel like I'm walking around inside here. So what? But it's going into space and it's going onto planets as well. C class is bottom level. S, I believe, is the top tier. Okay. So I need to buy some microprocessors. Well, where would I buy them from? What does this guy do? Cartographer. Doesn't sound like the sort of guy who's going to help me buy stuff. Envoy. So the guys from Voice Attack have told me that they do some voice things for No Man's Sky. Not quite sure what the details. They have offered to give me some free of charge for me to try out. So I will look at that. Oh, hang on, it's telling me where to go. Look, it's telling me to go to this thing. Terminal, Galactic Trade Terminal. Aha. So I could buy a neutron microscope. Why would I want to buy a neutron microscope? So if I'm looking to buy some, okay, W and S. There we are. Buy 4. I can buy 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I actually buy? I'll buy 4 for 76,000. Is that what I want to do? I suppose it is. Right, so now I've got, presumably, if I go to there, I can now do that bit. Starship. Where's the technology? I should really move this. How do I move it? No. What I want to do is move technology. There we go. I want to move it to there. So, launch thruster. Let's put that, because it just frees up. That's the deflector shield, so I can't move all of them. But okay, so I'm gonna have to. No. He says the user interface is really good. I completely got that wrong. Okay, so my spaceship doesn't have much in the way of technology slots, but that did work. Okay. Right, now sell some stuff to make some money. Okay, so I've got stuff to sell. Of course, if I've got anything that they want. I've got some vortex cubes. An ancient object. Okay, so I don't know, do I need any of these things? Let's sell them. Why not? Okay, chromatic metal I don't want to sell because I need those. I've got, what else have I got that might be valuable? Sell 10 sulfurine impulse beams, sodium nitrates, a storm crystal. Oh look, I can sell a storm crystal. Sell the plants. Sweet root. Okay. The storm crystal seems to be really. You can sell the wheat. I don't need impulse beams that sell those. Where's the wheat? Oh, that one. What about this storm crystal? That seems to be a lot of credits. So do I need? Is it worth me keeping those? Or shall I sell them? Rare and highly valuable cluster of storm crystal. These crystalline structures thrive. Okay. Nobody in the chat's telling me yay or nay. I don't know. Crystals are valuable for crafting, but not yet. Storm crystals are valuable. Keep them. Right. Or sell for now. I will keep it. Don't know about them. I'll leave it for now. I've probably got enough. Anyway, I don't need any more money at this point in time because what I need to do is find some copper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my ship and let's go to Raxler because we've got to go to Raxler, right? Let's because that's where we can get some copper from. There is definitely copper on the Raxler planet. I remember seeing that. Scan planets from space. And Raxler had a nice atmosphere, so it wasn't nasty and horrible place down there. Just got to remember where it was. But that planet, that's not it. That's OT2. That's the one we literally discovered a little while back. So that was a blue planet. Is that Raxler? Raxler, there we go. So if anybody wanted to know what Raxler looks like, there it is. Pulse engine unavailable, space station proximity. Okay, so sort of mass log really. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's star bulbs, whatever those are. Right, so that's pulse engine. Okay, we'll go down there and have a look. So I haven't got a hyperdrive yet. Yeah. Check with the NPCs. Oops, too late. Sorry about that. I'll try that again in the. Don't be a noob. Use the ramps. Throw yourself and use the jetpack. Oh, can I? I just assumed the jetpack wouldn't work inside the space station because certain other space games have it switched off. Is that not the case? Could I have flown over the ramps rather than walk down? I've got to try that next time. Shoot up some asteroids. Yeah, no, I did do the asteroids in the previous stream, and I could shoot holes in them. That was really cool. I flew my spaceship through a hole, so that was very cool. I enjoyed that. I'm running out of pulse engine fuel again. But I can get that from asteroids, so that's okay. Now Raxler is a nice planet. It's got dinosaurs and lakes. So this is a very cool place. I wonder if we'll see some dinosaurs again. Actually, it looks like I've just landed. Let's make sure we land away. So there's a coastline and everything here. Let's go down in that direction because we do need some solid ground. There were fish and all sorts of things in the sea, which was quite good. So this is an interesting planet. Yeah, look, there's a coastline. And we need to go and find ourselves some copper. Let's land down in here. Let's see if we can. Actually, there's a nice clearing over there. If we can find some. Oh look, there's one of those things that you can. Well, they're beautiful. It's pretty nice. There's sodium-rich plants. Those are always handy. There's a dinosaur. Look, look. We need to check out the dinosaurs in a bit. This is one of those knowledge stones, isn't it? So this allows me to learn. I've learned the Viking word for the. Okay, so it's slow progress on the language, but we are making. Look at this dinosaur thing. I don't know if did I scan it? I did. It's called a Nitemsaeus, but apparently I can rename these creatures as well. I didn't scan the little. Oh no, I did. So this is a big creature. I don't think it likes me being close. Look, it's got a massive tail on the back. Now apparently you can ride those. Feed the dinosaur. Make it a treat out of carbon. That's a bit mean. I don't want to mine the dinosaur just yet. Right, so what I'm actually looking for is some carbon, isn't it? Okay, so there's dihydrogen. That stuff's quite useful actually. I can't remember what for. Is that for the launch thrusters? Let's pick up some of those because they are quite handy. Just make sure we've got our stuff over there. This mining tool is quite an elegant way of getting around the problem of digging things up. Feed the dinosaur with it and you can adopt it. I'm going to have to do that at some point. But I want to get this hyperdrive done because I've got like half an hour left of the stream and I haven't fixed the hyperdrive. Now I need to find some copper. So that's the analysis mining, isn't it? Salvage container, sweet root. Is there any copper about? Paraffinium deposit, sodium deposit, buried technology module. Everything but copper. Impulse beans. Can't see any copper anywhere. Unknown building. Hollow stone. So no is the short answer. Can I shoot the dinosaur? I don't want to shoot the I want to shoot the dinosaurs. I suppose I could shoot the dinosaur. If it attacks me, then I'll shoot it. But I'm not going to shoot the dinosaurs. Don't want to do that. That's just mean. So there seems to be no copper. There's oxygen and sodium. Let's go and get those because they are useful. Not that I really need. Actually, I do need some oxygen, so let's go and get some of that. I like the way the oxygen plants kind of glow slightly red. Oh look, there's loads of oxygen here. This is jolly handy. Nice. I've kind of got to shoot it. Okay, so this is excellent news. At least I will have plenty of oxygen. Which on this planet, this Raxler appears not to have an oxygen atmosphere, which is a bit of a shame. which I think my other Paradise planet does have. So, there's loads of oxygen. This is jolly good. So, these basic commodities are really kind of, does feel like they're quite important to harness when you get the option to do so. So that's good. My spaceship is a bit far away now. Buried technology, paraffinium, salvage container. No sign of any copper though, which is annoying. If I were me, I'd be down those dinosaurs like a ton of asteroids. Jump back in your ship and check. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to go back to the ship. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to refill the launch thrusters, which is another little thing that you've got to do. Has that dinosaur gone to sleep? It has as well, look. Oh, that one's still moving about. Sort of weird two-legged dinosaur. That one's actually gone to sleep, I think. Look, this one's got starfish on it. That one's getting upset by the fact that I'm... This dinosaur has literally... It's either dead, or it's gone to sleep. Is it dead? No. Maybe they go to sleep at night, which is quite cool. Some of them are awake. I'd like, yeah, I do want to do the hot riding dinosaur thing, but I am quite keen to get the right. So I've got a feeling the launch thruster here is going to be. I do want to complete the. Where's the rocket launcher? That'll be technology. Launch thruster. He's got okay. Created from dihydrogen. I've got one. Okay, so that refills that. We're okay, so let's go. Can I see? Can I use the scanner? Oh, I can. You can use the scanner in the spaceship. Okay, so will it show me copper? Use analysis visor. Yeah, well that's okay if there's one in visual range, but that's scanning, but it's not really showing me anything. Okay, the canister always refills the fuel. Okay, that's good to know. How am I going to find copper? Ooh, what's going on there? Is that rock floating? Okay, so that's a bit weird. Whoa. Okay, so that's a floating rock. That requires a bit of explanation. What's that purple stuff? What's holding that up? That's weird. Okay, it's like an interspace alien ship, isn't it? Just sort of floating there. That is. I don't know what. I don't think copper is pink, is it? There's some deposits of something there. It's supposed to be like that. Okay, so that's okay. So they're floating landscapes. Can I land on top of that sort of stuff? I may have to try that. Right, but anyway, I need to not get distracted. Game, stop doing this. Oh, now I've pressed the wrong button. I've landed. Okay. I need some copper. Somebody give me some copper. Sodium. Paraffinium. Copper! 1,000. Oh, that's too far away. I can't walk that far. Okay, so it's in my spaceship. I need to turn left as I take off and fly over that way. Okay. So can I see the... How do I see the copper deposits from the ship? Is there any way to do that? Yeah, it's alright. There aren't any waffles because too much is going on. I don't have to waffle because the game keeps giving me stuff there. Oh, I should have tagged it. That was a mistake. Okay. I don't know how far I've flown here. Let's go to the base of this thing. That seems like a likely place to... Can I land here? Yeah. I should have tagged it, shouldn't I? That would have been a very sensible thing to do. 4. I flew off from my ship. Buried technology. Metal fingers. Yes, every time we land there's something new to... Sodium, paraffinium. Oh, come on, where is the copper? Paraffinium. Copper. Oh, that's... Okay, so let's tag that. That is in walking distance. I think I can get over there. It's not too far away. Alright, gather copper. I need 250 U's, I suppose they are. Units received of copper to do stuff.
Life support power.
Yeah, let's do life support. That's oxygen, isn't it? That's because we got loads of that. Boom, sorted. Right, okay, so copper is a sort of greeny, cyany sort of thing. Okay, so train manipulator, I know how to do that. Lovely copper. Okay, let's hope this is a nice big deposit. Looks like it is. Yay! I've got enough. Right. Okay, refined chromatic metal. I've got one of those back on my... Let me go back to my home planet. I will come back to Rexler for the dinosaurs. Look at that, there's like a herd of them. We need to come back and write one of those, don't we? We need to do that. I should, Drew Egg, you should set the units received message when somebody subscribes. I should, that's a good idea. And I can decrease and increase the terrain manipulator size. Okay, so that's even more. So I can be very neat because it's quite a blunt instrument at the moment, isn't it? Okay, so that's quite good. Right, so let's go back to the base. Okay, so my launch thruster is a bit low. So Raxler has got floating rocks as well. And now there's something else. Right, my planet is the one with the rings. Let's go back there. Eurydice base. There we go, that's home. I don't know. Engage that pulse engine. Stream is destroyed. Raxler is a silly place. I'm not surprised, no. It's full of dinosaurs and floating rocks. Floating rocks are weird. So is there some explanation for why the rocks float? Because presumably that's anti-gravity or something. There goes the bitrate. Yeah, it won't cope with this, I'm afraid. If you're watching this on YouTube after the event, I'm hoping it will be alright because I'm recording the stream directly to the SSD. He's gone to plan. I'm my own best friend. Yeah, sorry about... Oh, now we've just run out of fuel. Fortunately, there's a handy asteroid belt. Not very far away. Oh, now I'm getting gold. I don't need gold. This is one of those wacky asteroids where you can carve your name in it. Okay, so presumably gold is relatively valuable, isn't it? I don't know. You guys tell me. That's hopefully tritium. No, that's silver. So I'm getting lots of valuable commodity. Is gold? Totally carved this asteroid into like a shell. I kind of do need some tritium though. One of these is like tritium. That's another. See, it's silver and gold. I found the asteroid of the precious metals. Have I got another? I've got rocket launchers and photon cannons, so presumably not very effective weapons. Tritium at last. There we go. So these asteroid belts are. So to be honest, the game is, I guess, is chucking a bit of money at me as well. Presumably gold is, at least gold and silver is reasonably valuable. Plus you say it's useful for crafting. Okay, so we've got enough tritium. Hopefully I can now refill my... Oh, I've got a golden nugget as opposed to just gold. Pulse engine. Tritium. Half full, that'll do. Set course for Eurydice base. Engage pulse drive. Pulse engine. Yay. Scream destroyed again. The asteroids are all static. Yeah, so they're just sort of floating there in space, aren't they? You can refine gold with silver to get platinum and then refine the platinum to get nanites. Okay. Okay, hold E on the golden nugget. Oh, let me just land on the base. So this is what my planet looks like from space. I do want to be able to put a lake at the bottom of the hill there. Planet reclamation. And it's taking me straight back. Now will a tree have grown in the interim? There's my base, look, I can see it. Oh, that's the... Oh, that's the... Okay, I see where it's landing. So I need to kind of land here. Let's land... There. Crunch. Landing area not clear. I thought that was big. I'm pretty sure it landed there before. Oh yeah, it did. There we go. Okay. This is my nice planet. I'm going to have to refuel that thing. But in the meantime, there's my portable refiner. Look how nice this planet is. Look, it's nice. It's nice coming back here after those horrible planets. I do make a landing pad. Okay, I'll make a landing pad as well. Okay, so hang on. Let's do this hyperdrive thing because we're running out of time. And I do want to do a hyperspace jump if I can. Input. I need to put in copper, presumably. Where's the copper? There we go. Like that in there. Need some fuel. There is some fuel. Engage. It's going to make some chromatic metal. How much metal is it going to make? Goes. Drew 3 sheds Wager, yeah. I can't make it yet. No, I'm presuming I've got to unlock a bunch of stuff over time in order to allow me to make my base a bit cooler. It's only made of wood at the moment. I do want to have some solar panels though. I'd quite like that. I would take the portable refiner with you. You're about to leave the system. Okay. I can come back again though, can't I? Because I don't want to leave this nice planet behind and my funky base. Oh, you can break it down with the middle mouse button, middle C, and it will transfer to your reg. Okay, so let's do that. Right, so have I now got... Oh, hang on, I didn't pick up the output, did I? Let's put it in there. Okay, so now I've got everything I need to make the hyperdrive, I believe. Where is the hyperdrive? There. Starship is out of range. Oh, is that literally because I've just walked down the hill from it? Okay. I need to find a little clearing for it to land in. Hyperdrive. Right, so I've done microprocessors. Is that done? Chromatic metal installed. Oh, I didn't install the microprocessors. Hyperdrive installed. Okay, right. So presumably the hyperdrive needs some wacky fuel. Does it? I hadn't done the processes. Okay, so that objective is complete. Right, craft warp fuel. I thought this might be the game. Right, return to the ship. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna quite make it today, am I? 10 minutes. Auto diagnostics report. Okay, here we go. I've got a hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. Hyperdrive complete. Perhaps I really find ounces out of into the stars. Ooh, so now we get to the top. But without warp cells, I'll be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Okay. So far, so Star Trek. Search for antimatter traces with the Starship scanner attuned to antimatter. Presumably from space, I'm guessing. Warp cores, yeah. It's kind of Star Trek, isn't it? So right, I've just run out of launch thrusters as well. So So let's go into space. Let's pulse drive a bit away from the planet. How do I get out of the pulse drive, by the way? Do I just... There we go. Just press the pulse drive button again, which makes sense. Right, let's scan for... That's Raxter. Right, so are we attuned? Antimatter trace detected. See, the game is nice like this. It goes, you've tuned your scanner to antimatter, and you press the scanner when you're in space. Surprise, surprise! You find some antimatter. So I do feel like I'm being led on a little. I'm still on a training level here, which is kind of right for this part of the game. There is some hand holding going on. Right, so antimatter trace. Okay, on this planet, which is that horrible planet we started out on again. Why is everything on that planet? Why can't it be? There's another planet there we haven't even been to. What's that one? Unknown planet. Let me just scan that one. What's that one about? A foggy planet. Gonna have to check that out at some point. Okay, let's go and get some antimatter. See if I can get some antimatter before I run out of time on my stream. Yeah, so this is a good point, Buffo. It's, there's no hanging around. The next interesting thing that you have to do isn't very far away. I mean, even this pulse wave, there's a bit of sense of time passing, but it's under a minute, isn't it? Look, I'm going to arrive in 15 seconds. It's so much better pace, and it's not like I'm getting through loads and loads of. Well, I am getting through quite a lot of content, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to use up the content anytime soon. Everywhere I'm going, there's a new thing that I've got to try and not be distracted by. So much stuff. It really is in a different league in terms of the amount of content that's in here. Okay, so approximate location. See, again, I like that approximate location. I've got to go and do some hunting. Okay, so it looks like it's come from this ship or this base. Oh, it's a base. Look, so let's land down here. I'm going to have to refuel that ship again because the launch thrusters are out. This is the nasty planet. Okay, so I can save my position with this thing, I think. I'm right in saying. Yep. This stuff's already been pilfered, but this is a base which looks to have been damaged. Is there a way in? Yes, there is. Oh, it's all smashed up. And there's weird stuff inside. Ugh. Abandoned building, inhabitants. There's like goop and one of those what looks like a hostile plant. Is that? Don't like those things. Hazardous, yeah. Seen those before. Okay, so there's gloop and ick everywhere. And look, it's even pulsing. It's horrible. Can I get rid of this? Oh, hang on, no, I want to. Apparently this gook is actually valuable, somebody said, so I'm going to keep it. There we go. I think that's terminal now active, unlocking data. Like a wound on the world, crammed and ragged edge, like something that once lived and was torn asunder. Should have stayed away. This text is intriguing. I don't know what I'm reading. Am I reading something that is historical or something that's been left to aid me on my journey? Presumably the antimatter. Nanites received. Oh, hang on, I've got to activate a target sweep. Don't think I did that. Let's just do that first. A target sweep. Target sweep mode. So what's this telling me? Target aligned. Okay, so it's telling me to go over there. So the signal's coming from this antenna. Okay, so whatever it is over that way. I've got a I've got a nasty feeling my keyboard, because it's battery powered, is beginning to run out of charge. So that's why my keyboard responses suddenly start getting a bit weird. But that's not antimatter, that's just an unidentified plant. Oh, no. During milestone Rambler, so I've travelled. So that's a... I don't quite what happened there. Hang on, let's try that again. No, that wasn't it, I tagged the wrong thing. No, so that's just deploying a marker there. That's no use to me. I need to keep walking. Okay, so somebody said it was up the hill, somebody was right. Finalising. Ah, I got to press and hold. Antimatter trace detected. Okay, so let's come on the other side of this hill. So the base was a distraction. Yeah. No. I'm slowly getting the hang of the universe. Sorry for being a noob on this. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. Oh, there's another base. Just over the hill. Which looks suspiciously similar. They all look wrecked though, these bases. So what's happened here? Okay, so this is another base. They're all damaged and kind of mucked up. Okay, so this looks very similar to the last one, which has a very similar... Oh, weapon charge deeply. Okay. Jetpack. Where's... multi-tool, isn't it? Mining beam needs carbon. You can have some carbon. Nasty tentacle thing. Right, so actually I'm looking in here for presumably haunted terminal. I think I even want to access that. Listen to those weird... Okay, so there's little boxes about. Reach the marked location. Where is the marked location? It's actually over there. Oh, it's telling me to go to the terminal. Maybe I need to... Okay, let's store some gloop. Apparently this may or may not be useful. Okay, collecting key. Success! The terminal is clogged with an unnerving pulsating slime. Unless it appears to function. Device opens, reveals a single blinking crimson eye. Prints out a blueprint for antimatter! Yay! Let's take that. Blueprint though, but not actual antimatter. 1660. Okay, so this code keeps coming back as well. I don't know what that means either, but that's... And okay, I've got to... I've got to craft some stuff. I'm not going to make it today. No. Contain negative matter and baryogenesis antiparticles. Okay, so I need some more chromatic metal, which means mining more copper. Condensed carbon means presumably mining some carbon, both of which I could probably do on the racks of the planet. So we'll go there next. But I've got a feeling my ship's not going to even take off at the moment because I haven't got launch thrusters. Okay, so gather antimatter components, assemble housing. So, okay, I'm not going to make that today. But I'm getting closer. So anyway, just to finish off the stream, I will go and... Oh, can I jump? I can. I suppose sort of run down the hill really. There's some oxygen there. Let me see if I can... What I'd like to do is just refuel my launch thruster, which I can't remember. How do you do that? I need to do some stuff to the launch thruster, which is Starship launch fuel, which I haven't got. How do I make that? Created from crystallized dihydrogen, which I think I've got some. So can I? Is that craft? Yes, it is. Right. Okay, so I need to make some launch fuel. There we go. Starship technology. Launch thruster. Launch fuel. Boom. Right. You just need to remember to stock up on stuff, don't you, as you're going along. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back home. I like I like my little base. I'm going to go back home. There it is, over there somewhere. Just to finish the stream off. So we start in the same place next time, if that makes sense. I'm just going to have to put some more tritium into the warp drive as well. Which is that one. Which I haven't got any. So, handy asteroid fuel. Tritium hypercluster. Is that better than normal tritium? Silver. Don't want silver and gold, just want some tritium. Some gold nuggets. Just give me some tritium. No, not silver. I need some fuel. Tritium! Yay, that'll get me there. Right. Starship. Pulse engine. Tritium. That goes. Where is my base? I don't want to use the scanner to. I was on my. That's the space station. That's the planet we haven't been to yet. Is it over there? No, that's Rex though. We don't go there at the moment. Where's my? That's the space station. How do I find my base? There it is. There it is. I can't see the rings. Well, I can't see the rings at the moment. Never mind. Anyway, go over there. Hold E on that crystal and gold nugget. Okay. Is there a system map lost in space? Yeah. I haven't really even got to the system map yet, if there is one. I did sort of see one at one point. I'm not quite sure what it was. Paradise planet with ancient bones. See, I haven't even done any of this ancient bones stuff either. Oh, there's the rings. Look. Let's go back to Eurydice base. And I'll stop there for now. So we almost made a hyperdrive, so I haven't quite got the ship fully fixed up. Get back to that room. It looks like it's going to be dawn or sunset. There we go, look at that. Let's land down at Eurydice base, almost there. Just need some lakes. If I could craft some lakes, that would be very good. Look at my little house. It's a lovely little spot. I'm very happy where I built my house. Very happy indeed. Right, so and yeah, kind of landing on the hillside. That's going to look a bit weird, but never mind, it'll do. Restore point saved. There we go. There's my ship. There's my house. So I'm happy. I'm going to sit on the veranda for a moment and just contemplate. I wish I should make a chair, but I can't make one yet. Let's turn that torch off. Right, there we go. So there's my view again on my veranda. Anyway, there we go. Right, I'm back. I am so proud of my shack. I am. I know it's not much in the grand scheme of things, but it's mine. I made it. It's a thing I did. It's very cool. Right, so I will check out some of the other tips in terms of the crystals and stuff. I may have a sneaky play in the week, but I promise I won't use the hyperdrive. I might go and do a little bit of that grind to go and get those bits, but I won't use the hyperdrive until next week's stream, I promise. So we get to all see that together, because that would be quite good. But I'll try and cut out a little bit of the grindy stuff in between, perhaps. Anyway, thank you very much for the company tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you for those of you who are No Man's Sky veterans who are kind of dropping in and giving me the occasional helpful hint. That's really, really nice of you, so I do appreciate that. Thank you for those of you who are following me on Twitter and following me on YouTube as well, and just kind of give me a bit of encouragement for streaming No Man's Sky. I'm having absolute blast. This is a really, 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 really good game. So I'm so glad I'm playing it. Actually, it really is an absolute breath of fresh air. It really is really, really good. So I'm having an absolute whale of a time playing this. It's very, very good. So thank you very much for those of you who recommended this game to me. I should have played this a long time ago. It's really, really good. Yeah, let's crack on. More adventures in space. And I haven't even got off out of the first solar system yet. So, but we're almost there with the hyperdrive. So next week, hyperdrive ho, and then we'll find out what's going on elsewhere and discover the galaxy and stuff. So anyway, there we go. Right, my friends, thank you for the follows, thank you for the cheers, thank you for the subs, thank you for the other stuff that I don't really understand because I'm too old. But I am having fun, so this is all good. And we will see if we can tame a dinosaur on Raxler as well. That would be quite good fun as well. So all those things to look forward to. Barely even scratched the surface, so it's all good fun. Right, be good, my friends, and from one interloper to another, I'll see you out in the void. That's going to be my new catchphrase, I think. Interloper, one to another. See you out in the void. Be good, my friends. See you soon, and take it easy. Have a great weekend ahead of you. I won't be here on Saturday, by the way. Next stream is back on Monday. I'm actually away from the weekend. So, yeah, 16. See you later, interlopers. And see you on Monday. Take care now, and see you next Thursday for more of this. See you soon. Bye-bye now.